Top 10 Ethics Research Topics. Ethical issues in animal research. Animal research has long been a sensitive topic in the scientific community. The use of animals for potentially dangerous and invasive experiments remains the only way to test medical and chemical components that can improve human life. At the same time, the suffering that accompanies these experiments has led many to speak out against them. You can discuss these questions in your essay or analyze a case study involving animals. The evolution of business ethics. The evolution of business ethics has involved two significant shifts. The first one occurred in the 1960s when many companies stopped focusing on profit maximization and embraced the idea of social responsibility. The second transition happened in the 1970s and 1980s when business philosophy changed from pure authoritarianism to greater collaboration. In your paper, you can focus on one of these shifts or compare them. Bioethics and stem cell research. Bioethics focuses on ethical dilemmas arising from advances in biology and medicine. Stem cell research is one of the most sensitive topics in bioethics. That's because the use of human embryonic stem cells involves the destruction of embryos. What is the ethical status of the embryo? Do the potential benefits of stem cell research for medical advancements outweigh its risks? Focusing on one of these questions in an essay is an excellent idea. Business ethics and corporate social responsibility. With clear business ethics concepts and the principles of corporate responsibility, a business leader can expect a considerable enhancement in the employee's motivation and satisfaction. Even though the principles of ethical behavior in business have been in use for quite a while, there are still debates concerning the definition of the term. In your essay, you could focus either on the concept itself or how it is put into practice. Ethical issues, euthanasia debate. There are several arguments for and against euthanasia. The protagonists argue that human being has a right to choose between life and death, while the antagonists say that euthanasia goes against the basic fundamental right to life. In your paper, you could present the argument that euthanasia should be viewed not simply as a medical procedure but also as an irrefutable right of a person to die. Immanuel Kant's philosophy and ethics. Immanuel Kant, a prominent philosopher of the Enlightenment era, based his ethical theory on rationality and duty. Kant's categorical imperative states that an individual should act in a way that they would want others to act in similar circumstances. Is Kant's categorical imperative applicable today? How did it shape the views prevalent in the modern society? These questions are worth focusing on. Aristotle's views on ethics. Aristotle made significant contributions to many fields of knowledge, including ethics. According to Aristotle, virtuous actions align with the golden mean, balancing excess and deficiency. He believed courage, justice, temperance, wisdom, and other virtues should be cultivated to make individuals behave ethically. In your essay, you can discuss Aristotle's ideas and their influence on contemporary society. Ethical considerations of child labor. Child labor has long been a sensitive ethical issue. The laws and regulations were gradually implemented in various countries during the 20th century to protect children's rights. In your essay, you could discuss these laws, offering their further improvements. Another option would be to examine the moral implications of employing children in labor-intensive industries. Ethical, legal, and moral dilemmas of terminal illness. Today, end-of-life (EOL) decisions present nurses with enormous ethical, legal, and moral dilemmas. The so-called right to die with dignity for the terminally ill can be inherently elusive. Patients may voluntarily choose to end their suffering through death if they know they will become a burden to family members and society. However, these decisions are often intertwined with moral dilemmas for nurses. Apple Company's business ethics. Apple Corporation is a champion of ethical and social responsibility. However, the company's reputation was tested in 2010 by an incident at a Foxconn factory in China. During this incident, 18 workers tried to commit suicide due to labor violations they suffered from. As a result, 14 people died. This incident can be a great topic for a case study on Apple ethics. Find more research topics on studycorgi.com.